Welcome back to Breakfast Central. We review the newspapers now to see what the front pages are saying. And we're joined by Deyemi Saka. Good morning. It's good to see you.
Good morning. I was smiling because when I looked viewing the opening montage, there was a pot that gives me hope for a better Nigeria.
Well, it can also be interpreted as a pot, the boiling pot of where Nigerians are feeling right now. That we're inside a boiling pot because it's back to back. Let's see what the front pages are saying this morning. We'll begin with our first paper, which is the Vanguard. Anger trails rise in pump price of petrol to 855 naira. We can see the picture of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in China, and we have at the top of the paper, soaring prices, FCCPC backs down on price control. FEC will determine price of our petrol, says Dangote. PDP governors vow to continue supporting Fubara, Wike. And that's all. Okay, I think the last one is AFCON qualifier. Benin to arrive in Nigeria tomorrow. That's all that we have this morning. Let's head to our next paper.
All right. Next, we have the Daily Independent newspapers. Right next, it says there, elation as Dangote assures flooding market with petrol in 24 hours. Says refinery will show Nigeria's true petrol consumption. Well, assures no more importation of polypropylene from October. NNPCL to be responsible for controlling petrol pump price. And that's a thing that Nigerians are still, really cautious about, because I think the PIA was meant to remove that one person controlling the price of petrol across the country. It was meant to open up the market. I thought that was the plan. But it's still here, says NNPCL to be responsible for controlling petrol pump price. Well, Dangote to produce 25 million liters of PMS in September, says NMDPRA. Also, police apprehend hacker who breaches national security. I'm guessing that is, I'm not sure who that is. Shetima Obi, Atiku Abbas, and others attend Yaradwa's mother's burial. Despite denial, NNPC stations sell petrol at 897 naira per liter, others at 950. Gunmen bomb police station and kill one in Anambra. These are the major stories on the Daily Independent. I think the final one, PDP governors berate Wike. Described threat as unbridled and irresponsible. Final story.
All right, now let's take the final paper, the Punch newspaper. On front page, petrol price hike. Labour demands reversal, set to meet. Marketers await Dangote refinery pricing template as NNPCL emerges sole buyer. Oyo Monarchs Council's vice chair tackles shown over Ogbomoso chief imam. Fleeing buttock enlargement doctor now in custody. Oh, good news. According to the Lagos police. 34 Yobe villagers killed by Boko Haram guests mass burial. Hunger protest, police squeeze staff of wanted Britain. PDP governors knock Wike, says Fubara Rivers party leader. Power generation hits 5,313 megawatts, first time in 3 years. And Igodalo will get over 65% votes, PDP boasts. APC-led government will build on Oshomole's legacy, according to Okpebolo. Let's get into the big story, the price hike. Labour demands reversal. They've asked for a reversal of the current price. Do you see this happening? What are your thoughts on the price hike and the impact it will have on Nigerians?
Well, some of us we've been saying that the government should be truthful and tell Nigerians that yes, there was subsidy. Subsidy was reintroduced through a backdoor, and it's a sad one because when you look at the composition of the National Assembly, I don't think we have National Assembly representing the interest of Nigerians. Because Section 80, and it's one of the Constitution, which speaks to public revenue, has obviously been contravened by Mr. President. Because if you look at what happened last year, where the receipts of dividend of NNG was used by NNPC to pay for dividend for subsidy, that's against the stats provision that says all receipts of money should go to the Federation account and can only be spent based on budgetary estimates approved by the National Assembly. We could go on and on, but it's just a reflection of the economic policy of the present administration. You got into power, whether we like it or not, the Dangote refinery, a private venture which a lot of people are celebrating as a government intervention, silly enough, would have seen something like that. The market forces really dictating the price. But you remove subsidy in one instance, you're regulating, you're fixing the pump price, and in another instance, you're paying subsidy through backdoor. It's a confusion of policies, and at the same time, you're floating your naira, your currency, whether you like it or not, and you don't have the refining capacity to give it that competitive edge in the market. What are you expecting? So it was something I've expected to hit 1,000 naira per liter as far back as September, October last year. They tried even pushing it to this time of period.
Yeah, I mean, so there's also the part where it says NNPC to be responsible for controlling petrol pump price. Does that sound strange? Was that meant to be the agreement?
You cannot remove subsidy. You cannot deregulate at the same time control the price or fix the price. It's counterproductive. It's contradictory. You can. I think the governments of the day. I think it's time it starts. Because we're taking an island that Nigerians are angry. I don't think we're angry. I think they're banking on the hypnotism that they've so much hypnotized Nigerians. I think we're still under a spell. They just keep throwing this thing at us. We just keep absorbing it, pushing back. I think they should give Nigerians, treat us with a bit of decency and respect. You can't just be lying on our face, peeing on our face and tell us it's raining. How can you tell me that NNPC will regulate the price when the market forces needs to probably control the price?
All right. Let's move away from this fuel conversation, and we probably may come back to it if we have some time, and talk about the hunger protest. The police squeezed staff of the wanted breeds, and I'm sure you've been following the updates with the 10 protesters who have been arraigned and charged for treason. More recently, yesterday, we saw the updates with the police, now announcing that David Hundeyin is is an accomplice of PDP Nigeria and is declared wanted. He'll be joining us shortly, but we'd like to hear your thoughts on that story.
You see, things like this cast, huge doubts on the credentials of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that at some point called himself the father of all Democrats. And there's no democracy when there's no freedom of expression, that captures free press, that captures, right to express, to protest and what have you. I don't know how the police wants to substantiate the charges, allegations of treason. I'm still looking at how they want to, gather their case or the facts against these people to prove treason. I don't think protest is against, is against the state. It's just an expression of your dissatisfaction against some state policies. So if it's protest, I think the president, since there is no status of limitation to criminal acts and everything, so I think we should just go back to every major actors of Occupy Nigeria and just pack them at the same time, charge them for treason.
Well,
let's start from there.
Like you've said, we'll see how
they want to prove that case. I'm curious. It's going to be interesting to see how Egbetekun-led Nigerian police would show how intelligent they are, how smart they are, how much they could gather facts and to prosecute criminal cases like this. I want to see the magic they want to perform. I'll be impressed if we can prove it in court.
All right. We'll take our next story, but let's quickly hear from this call. We have good father calling from Abeokuta. Good morning. Thanks for calling.
Good morning.
All right. Thank you. Please quickly go ahead with your comments.
I am Baba, like I earlier said. Comment is about this new hike of petroleum price. I don't know what the president is really taking Nigerians for. When we are already in a hardship situation, and yet you are now dangling another hardship on Nigerians. I think Labour Congress, no pain, should do something about it. This is really, I will not call it madness, because one economist in America just our president, I don't know whether you saw that thing, you heard that thing. He labeled the Bola Tinubu as a complete failure.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us and, for sharing your thoughts on that. He's raised, I want us to quickly touch back on that again. He's raised a point that he doesn't know what Labour is doing about this. And Labour is asking for a reversal. Do you think that Labour has the force to be able to demand that sort of thing? Because we saw that was part of the demands from the End Bad Governance protest. And not all those demands were met. So do you think that Labour, even though they were not initially a part of the End Bad Governance protest, now coming out to say this, do you think that they'd be able to hold the government, to account?
I mean, bear in mind that, Joe Ajero is currently charged with
Sponsoring.
Treason and
Yeah.
amongst other
I think
things.
everybody should be careful to not be charged with treason. But for me, I think Nigerians are still not ready. When I say Nigerians are not ready, I'm not calling for an uprising. Let me put it out there before Egbetokun sends his goons after me. But I think when Nigerians are truly ready, we know what to do. Maybe there's another election coming up some few years away from now. We exercise our dissatisfaction. But it's not just only Labour, up to Labour to fight this cause, for every Nigerian to express his dissatisfaction with this policy. And you ask yourself, the president is termed as the father of the nation, due to the sycophancy or, what have you. Your house is burning. Where is he? As we speak, he's in China. From China, he's probably going to go somewhere. Some people were killed in Yobe.
Yeah,
Sokoto had something. In fact, the military lost quite a substantial asset over the weekend. And as the commander-in-chief, when I say this, a lot of people think I have something personal with the NSA. It's an indictment of the National Security Advisor.
All right. Let's quickly take this call. We have Shaib calling from Nasarawa State. Good morning, Shaib. Thanks for calling. Please go ahead with your comment quickly.
Good morning to everyone in the studio there.
Good morning.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you.
You see, what cuts across majority of Nigerians' mind today is this issue of increment in fuel price. And it's quite unfortunate to speak that the hope of Nigerians that the fuel price will come down has been dashed. And it's assumed to be like a game between the elites and the masses. It's as if the elites or the politicians, so to speak, they don't care about how the masses are feeling. In one of the demands of all these band governors, and it's part of it that the price of the fuel should be reduced. And suddenly we have this again, and definitely everything will go up again. Well, the question is whether people will be patient for it to flood the market and for the price to now reduce drastically is what I think is unbearable at this point in time. You can't continue to call people to be patient. In fact, with the labor, they've betrayed the labor force. In the agreement is that we will not increase your labor request to 250,000, but so that you can agree 70,000, so that the price will remain the same.
All right.
It's up to fifth time now since the removal of subsidy that this thing has been going up, and they not even implement the 70,000 minimum wage. Now people will use their money only to buy fuel, talk less of other things.
All right, Shaib, thanks a lot for calling.
It will go down and government will begin to have it, but now people cannot even trust this elites and the politicians.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much
Thanks
for calling.
We need to wrap up in a bit, but I want you to quickly also speak on the Nyesom Wike, issue,
Ubara,
the
River
PDP
State drama.
Exactly. Initially saying that they were going to discipline or set up a disciplinary committee. Our guest yesterday, said it, that it wasn't the PDP who was going to discipline Wike, Wike was going to discipline the PDP.
I think the person has said that as probably should be questioned. His values should be questioned. Because if you respect institutional constituted authority, there's no way Wike can discipline or sanction the party.
The way that Wike has, I think what he was inferring is that Wike has carried on in a way that seems that he's larger than the party.
No, it's just pardon my friend, that people in the PDP right now don't have the balls. I don't think I can be a member of the National Working Committee of the PDP, and Wike will be ranting all over national TV, and it won't be sanctioned, because that's what it is. It is, and Wike has demonstrated enough reason to be expelled from the party. So, Wike did not create PDP. Wike did not form PDP. Without Wike, PDP will survive. Without PDP, there will be no Wike where he is today. And that's the fact. And I think it's rightful. If PDP is serious as a party, and to earn the confidence or regain the confidence of Nigerians moving to the next election, they should deal with this cancer or virus called Wike in PDP. That's the truth. You can't just be. Why is it? Is it only Wike that's in PDP? Same looking that is dissatisfied in PDP. If you're dissatisfied with PDP and what they are doing, then get out of PDP and go and form your party or go and join the party you're in bed with. There's enough anti-party activities by Wike that should form his grounds or base for his expulsion from the PDP. You're serving in APC. You're disrupting your party and the governance or your party in Rivers State. And you are in APC, side in APC government, you want to be dictating the shots for PDP in Rivers State. So at the next election, which role are you going to play? You're serving in an APC government. Are you going to be opposition to APC government in an election in Rivers State of playing the role, satisfying PDP's interest? It's conflicting. It's contradictory. So choose a side. Yeah. It shouldn't be hiding like
all the times that we've brought this up for a person speaking for the PDP. There's always some excuse or the other. They say that they have a different approach.
They don't want to throw with the baby and the bathwater.
So sometimes when you have a still bet, I'm not going to throw it away with the bathwater. Are you not going to do that? Well, I don't understand why everybody feels Wike is untouchable. Wike is beyond reproach or reprimand. Wike is this, Wike is... Please, Wike is just like a human being like you and I. That's the truth.
Well, time will tell. I mean, it's up to them because in the next couple of years, there will be the 2027 elections. The PDP, of course, will know.
And the PDP will not achieve anything. PDP will not have a good outing if Wike is still in that party. That's the truth.
Let's take our final caller. We have Kelly calling. Good morning. Thanks for calling. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning.
All right, please go ahead with your comment.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think the analyst has said it all, especially on the issue of petrol, which seems to be the order of the day right now. I don't know why the NPC, they are still on exercise control right now, because we were told that once Dangote comes on stream, things will be better, the prices would likely come down. But it seems that the NPC, they are trying to play a fast one. They want to recoup their debt, so to say. They say that they've incurred about over $6 billion of debt. I think they want to recoup it. Because I don't understand why the marketers cannot access petrol directly from Dangote. This is now on stream. But that being said, now on the issue of Wike, I think the PDP shouldn't, suspend him. He should be left hanging. Let it more like be between him, decide whether to leave the PDP for APC. Otherwise, I think he's looking for an excuse that he was, suspended from the PDP. Or it's fair. That's why he left for the APC. I think the PDP should not suspend him. Let him leave him and take the decision by himself whether to remain a PDP member or to go to the APC. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kelly.
All right. I think final thoughts on this situation and how, what your expectations are. Do you actually believe that there would be a disciplinary committee set up to handle, quote unquote, handle him? And do you think that he should be brought in for questioning for the remarks he made when he said that any governor who wants to take over the structure in Rivers State and give to another person, that he will set fire to their states?
And I'm wondering why GP Egbetokun has not invited him for questioning. Because you want to set fire in a state when the country, when the national security is fragile, or somebody is issuing threats, somewhere like Wike and nothing is being done. It shows the insincerity of the government in tackling insecurity. You see, I'm not a prophet of doom. I think the president needs to really step down from his high horse, thinking he's a good politician. He's a good politician. I can't take that away from him. But as an administrator, we're questioning his abilities and credentials. And that's the truth. Yeah. But I pray, because sometimes you just have to resign yourself to prayers. I pray that Nigerians get it right. We've wasted 8 years. This is another 2 years. Because whether we like it or not, the 8-year administration or probably tenure of Muhammadu Buhari was a monumental disaster. That's the truth.
All right, Deyemi Saka, thank you so much for joining us. It's just unfortunate that the stories that we have this morning, there's not really a lot of pleasant news. It feels like it's a lot of back-to-back sad stories.
Nigerians are trying. I don't know why a lot of us have not. I think after I think once in a while we should check into mental health facilities to check
I
out.
completely agree with you. Our mental health is really hanging on the line.
But no, because we've been fed constantly with bad news daily since 2010.
I agree with you completely. I
Currently
agree
can't
with
afford,
you. Really,
mental health.
our budget. We don't have budgetary
we don't have the
allocations
budget
for
it.
mental health. But
People need to eat first.
anyway,
All right. Deyemi Saka, thank you very much for stopping
for
by.
joining
I was
us.
going to say that I'm sure that, the IG of police would, maybe say that Nyesom Wike was joking. The same way MC
They said Nyesom was joking.
Exactly.
I know, but the sad part about Nyesom was joke.
Yeah.
That we saw what happened after the joke.
Exactly.
To tell us I wasn't joking, but they felt it was joking.
Well, we can't be selective about deciding what is a joke and what isn't. We're going to break now. When we come back, we have Which Way Nigeria. And right after, David Hundeyin joins us. Stay with us.